Over the past 2 years, one of the most talked about names in basketball has been Caitlin Clark, the youthful star of the Indiana Fever. Fans across have been inspired by her skill, zeal, and leadership on the court. Following an unprecedented collegiate career at Iowa, Clark entered the WNBA and immediately established herself as the Indiana Fever's face. She had already made a significant impact on the league by her second season, which was full of excitement and impressive performances. Caitlin Clark received one of the sport's greatest individual honors in July 2025. She received the ESPY for WNBA Player of the Year. This was a significant achievement, particularly for a person so young in their profession.
You guys know now who won.
Okay.
Drum roll.
Okay.
And the winner is Caitlin Clark.
She received the honor ahead of prominent WNBA veterans like Nafisa Collier, A.A. Wilson, and Breanna Stewart. For her, her supporters, and her squad, it was a proud occasion. Many thought it was only the start of an arduous and fruitful journey. However, problems surfaced just as everything looked to be going smoothly. During a matchup with the Connecticut Sun, Clark began to exhibit symptoms of discomfort. She had been treating a groin issue for a while until it got worse late in the game. At first, it was unclear how bad it was, but supporters were concerned when they noticed her limping and supporting herself. Stephanie White, her coach, stated that she will undergo a thorough evaluation. Everyone hoped it was a minor incident. Unfortunately, the injury was more serious than fans had anticipated. Days after receiving recognition for her achievements, Clark said on July 17 that she would not be able to attend the 2025 WNBA All-Star Weekend. This involved dropping out of both the three-point competition and the actual All-Star Game. The venues for both tournaments were to be her home arena in Indianapolis. Not only was Clark devastated by the news, but so were her admirers, who had been hoping to see her shine at the weekend's major events. Despite her deep sadness and disappointment, Clark acknowledged that she had to prioritize her health. She expressed her love for her fans and her remorse at not being able to perform in a brief statement she posted online with heart emojis. She intended to go to the games and cheer on her teammates from the sidelines even though she wouldn't be playing. Her decision was mature and well-considered, demonstrating her commitment to her team and her health. The WNBA needs a substitute when Caitlin Clark was unable to participate in the three-point competition. The league just needed to search a short distance. Clark's Indiana Fever teammate Lexy Hall was selected to fill in. From beyond the arc, Hall had been playing quite well this season. She was the ideal candidate for the game because she had one of the league's highest three-point shooting percentages. Hall has subtly emerged as one of the most dependable performers for the Fever. Even while she might not get as much attention as Clark, coaches and supporters have taken notice of her on-court efforts. She had demonstrated excellent concentration, self-control, and shot precision, and many thought she was deserving of this chance. It was an honor and a huge responsibility to fill in for Caitlin Clark at such a well-known event. Given that the event was taking place at home in Indianapolis, Hull was aware that supporters would be attentively observing. She was prepared, though. She had the opportunity to honor her friend, represent the Fever, and demonstrate her abilities on a large platform. However, Hull had a traumatic personal experience that lay behind this great possibility. Hull suffered a devastating defeat a few days before being named as Clark's substitute in the competition. After 14 years with her, her cherished dog Maggie passed away. Maggie's tragic news was posted on social media by Lexy Hall. She penned a heartfelt statement and included black and white pictures of herself with Maggie. She claimed that without her, home wouldn't be the same and referred to her dog as the nicest Mags. Fans and other players swiftly responded to the message in numbers. Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark were among those who made contact. Both of them conveyed love and support. All Clark wrote was, "Love you," demonstrating her genuine concern for her friend. In response, Sophie Cunningham said, "No, Lex, I'm sorry," expressing her empathy and sadness. These athletes have a unique affinity with one another. The Indiana Fever players have established a close sisterhood despite playing in a league with fierce competition and constant pressure. They help one another in reality as much as in gaming. Everyone was reminded by Hull's defeat that there is more to games than just the players' shirts. These athletes are actual individuals with feelings and lives of their own. This instance demonstrated their deep affection for one another. Hull's colleagues supported her despite her personal struggles. They had more than just nice things to say. They served as evidence of enduring friendships forged with respect, hard work, and shared time. Caitlin Clark and Lexy Hull have also received a lot of encouragement from Sophie Cunningham. In addition to her competitive nature and defensive tenacity, Cunningham has demonstrated her softer, more compassionate side as a teammate after Caitlin Clark's severe fouling earlier in the season. Among the first to defend her was Cunningham. She received both fan appreciation and a punishment from the league for that incident. However, it demonstrated that she will always stand up for her squad. Supporters started to value Cunningham for her leadership and loyalty in addition to her skill. She developed into a significant component of the team's identity and was instrumental in creating a supportive and nurturing environment for Clark and the younger players. She adopted the role of a big sister, supporting them both on and off the court as they developed. Fans began referring to the three players, Clark, Cunningham, and Hull, as Tres Leches to honor their close relationship. This moniker was influenced by the well-known dessert and also symbolized the trio's close camaraderie. Cunningham even donned a unique Tres Leches jersey with the three players' animated faces on it. The shirt gained popularity among fans almost away and was regarded as a tender and enjoyable way to celebrate their relationship. This moniker evolved into a sign of solidarity. It was more than simply a humorous moniker. It was an indication that there was something unique about this squad. The players' profound regard and affection for one another was evident in their interactions and style of play. The relationship between Cunningham, Clark, and Hull remained solid whether they were rejoicing in victories or helping one another out when things were hard. This is not just a basketball narrative. It's a tale of emotional fortitude, resiliency, and friendship. After receiving a significant prize, Caitlin Clark had to deal with the disappointment of missing an occasion she had been anticipating. After having a pet for the most of her life, Lexy Hull had to cope with the loss. Sophie Cunningham was still the team's pillar of support, standing up for her comrades when they needed it most. Being a professional athlete involves more than simply playing the game, as these women demonstrated. It also involves doing all in your power to support your team. When it counted most, they were kind, considerate, and loving. They became role models as individuals as well as basketball players as a result. Fans were reminded by their deeds that strength is more than just physical prowess. It also involves supporting your friends, encouraging them, and lending a helping hand when times are tough. The tale of Lexy Hull's passing, Caitlin Clark's injuries, and Sophie Cunningham's encouragement demonstrated what true friendship and collaboration look like. As these events played out, fans across showed generosity in response. Love and support messages were all over social media. People were impressed by these women's self-control throughout a trying period. Who won the contest or who got the most points wasn't the only thing at stake. It concerned how they stood together, treated each other, and reminded everyone of what really counted. The Indiana Fever play with a feeling of togetherness and purpose as their season progresses. After her recuperation, Caitlin Clark should return stronger. Excited and heartbroken, Lexy Hull will compete in the three-point shootout. Sophie Cunningham will remain a compassionate and firm leader. They are more than simply a basketball squad when they work together. They are a community of ladies that genuinely care about one another, support one another, and bravely and sincerely tackle every obstacle. Fans were moved by their tale because of their love at a difficult period, not because of the numbers. Although wins and defeats are frequently discussed in the sports world, this anecdote serves as a reminder that some of the greatest triumphs occur off the field. When love surpasses the game itself, when teammates turn into actual friends, and when support is given without asking. These are the times that really count. There is something unique about the Indiana Fever. And it's heart, not just skill. And that heart was clearly seen in the way Lexy Hull and Sophie Cunningham supported Caitlin Clark and in the way they all stood by one another. Share your thoughts about the relationship between these teammates and how it's changing the game in a novel way in the comments section. As usual, We'll continue to provide you with the most recent, authentic news from throughout the league. Stay strong, be compassionate, and continue to support women's sports till the next time. I'll see you in the upcoming video.